open doors where I am now. Where I am now, I'm in a special place. I'll tell you what the place where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 studio, WMVA 88.9 FM studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, and guess what? You can see us live right here in the studio. And if you want to hear us all over the world, all you have to do is go to 1400 AM, 1350 AM, click and listen live. Make sure you go to Church Webcast and click and listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Would you, could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors. Let's welcome WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace 95.3 FM, WPCE 1400 AM, WMVA 88.9 FM. Good morning.
Facebook Live on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, and Instagram. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. We promise we'll shout you out.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
You can like, share, comment, subscribe. You can also go over to YouTube at Cristo Records 1, Cristo Records 1, or you can go at FYI Radio Show host, Yolanda Hinton. Like, share, comment, subscribe. We promise before the day is out, we'll shout you out.
You promise.
Promise.
Shout out.
Mr. E, how was your weekend?
Well, I had a great weekend, had a great service on Sunday, just a little hot, humid. Oh my God,
Geez.
What a great weekend that I had. It was a beautiful, rested weekend.
Talking about hot and humid, I walked out the door. I was like, oh, already so early. And the humidity here in the Hampton Roads area is just like all over your head.
It's fire.
It's fire. You know, when the water warms up, we're under sea level. When that water warms up, you can forget it. It's going to be hot, hot, and hot for the rest of this month, next month, and in September.
You say hot, hot, and what?
Hot, hot, and hot. Hot, hot, and hot.
Oh, that's right.
But I tell you what, Mr. E, it was a wonderful weekend. I had a wonderful time, enjoyed a family, enjoyed my grandson was over.
Swimming pool?
Of course. Yes.
Did you practice pool safety?
He gives the lesson. I let him give the lesson, and he does it very well. I have a post online where he's giving pool safety lessons.
That's wonderful.
And he gets so many views when he's putting that information out. And he's real good at it.
That's one thing that all children and adults need to know about pool safety.
Absolutely.
Just don't get to the point that you think that you're one of the best swimmers in the whole wide world. Even so, you can drown in a cup of water.
Ooh, he's trying to teach me how to swim. What's wrong, Mr. But I tell you what, even though I may not be the best swimmer in the whole wide world, I got all my floating devices, all that stuff near me, right there, just in case. And I do not swim Oh no.
Do you have the shepherd's hook too?
I think I have something. It's not the hook, but I do have something that you can actually put out in the water and you can pull someone.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
Yeah. So hey, Mr. E, pool safety is key. We just had that on Friday.
That's
Wasn't
right.
it good?
That's right. It was great that everybody need to know about pool safety. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, Mr. E, today is FYI Mondays Sports Talk. And look, you all didn't think we were gonna have any sports talk to talk about since what?
Since the this is the NBA.
NBA is done, finished, kaput. It's over.
It's over, and we're gonna say again, congratulations to the Oklahoma Thunder.
OKC came through. I mean, they were fire, but they had a good season. We should have predicted it. Should have known that they were going to do so well, and they did. They did absolutely marvelous. We will miss you. See you next season. In the meantime, we have some great sport news, and we're going to talk about the WNBA today.
That's
and what's coming up with the NFL.
And we're talking about the NFL and the WNBA.
Yes.
Great chat that's going on. Do you want to start with the NBA or do you want to start
We're going to start with some news.
The WNBA.
We're going to talk about the Lakers and the star LeBron James. He exercises $52.6 million option, returns to Los Angeles. What's going on, Mr. E?
Well, LeBron James, he's, looking at options on whether or not James is due an earning of $52.6 million next season and has no trade clause in his contract.
Ooh.
LeBron James wants to compete for a championship. Paul told ESPN he knows the Lakers are building for the future.
Are they building for a future? Mr. E, I thought you said the man was ready to go.
He's ready to go. He's overrated.
When you're talking about $52.6 million, he's not going anywhere.
Well,
anywhere.
Well, see, the thing about it is he don't think his body is not. He's not listening to his body.
Mr. E, how old is he?
The boy is 30, 40 some years old.
That is not over the hill.
Well, I mean, as far as playing basketball, James could option out a final year of 2 years for $100.3 million contract, entering it as a free agent and signing a 3-year, $175.3 million deal to a 2-year deal with the Lakers.
Mr. E, with money like that,
I think
who would retire with money like that?
If he can go. My hat's off to him. Go ahead on LeBron.
Guess what it's telling you, Mr. E? He is still valuable. He may be near the retirement. We don't know how many years, how many more seasons. He may, he recently said he couldn't play that much further, but he is still valuable. They want to give him all the money in the whole wide world, and that's telling you, hey, he got something, still a little bit of something there.
I still think that he's overrated.
He can't be overrated. Did you see the money?
SGA will be coming up.
Do you see the money that you don't just throw money out on somebody that don't have it going on?
That's the Lakers.
That's the Lakers.
The Lakers are full of money.
Okay, let's go over to, we're going to be talking about our ladies now. Look, you all start looking at those WNBA games. We're going to be talking about
championship is right around the corner.
Absolutely. If you've missed some of them, you can go back and check them out. But what's going on, Mr. E? Some news with the WNBA.
Well, the WNBA, just before we get started with the WNBA, one of the greatest players for the WNBA has retired her jersey.
Oh, who is that?
That's Candace Parker.
Candace, I can't believe it.
Number 3, Candace Parker has retired her jersey for the LA Lakers. So, if Candace Parker could put music, she said, behind her jersey, she would put Frank Sinatra music. I did it my way.
How many years do you think she played?
Candace Parker, she played from for 13 years.
Uh-huh.
Well, she had 16 seasons in the WNBA after being drafted in 2008. Parker spent 13 of her 16 seasons with the LA Lakers, won a
Wow.
championship with the Sparks in 2016 when she was MVP, where she was
Wow.
MVP of the WNBA Finals. She added titles with her hometown Skies in 2021 and the Las Vegas Aces in 2023. The 39-year-old Parker is the third player to have their jersey retired
A pure champion.
to the Hall of Fame.
That is absolutely marvelous.
Lisa Leslie is one, and Penny is another.
Well, I tell you, while we're talking about the WNBA, let's talk about what's going on with your girl, Miss
That's my
Caitlin
girl.
Clark
Leave my
and
girl alone.
Lathisa Collier. What's going on? They are about to do something.
Well, they head-to-head with the Indiana Fevers, taking the Minnesota Lynx in 2025 WNBA Commissioner Cup final on Tuesday, July the 1st. The 2025 WNBA All-Star Games were mock round 2.
Wow.
On Sunday, June the 29th, the WNBA announced that Clark and Collar will serve as captains.
Yes, of this year's All-Star game.
That's
after
right.
picking up their second and fifth career All-Star nods, respectively. Clark, the reigning Rookie of the Year, and Collier, the reigning Defensive Player of the Year, earned the honor by receiving the most fan votes.
That's right. And with the title captain, some responsibility. Clark and Collar would be tasked with drafting their all-star team player background. Well, wait a minute.
What?
Reese, did you do wrong by Caitlin?
No,
Do you
why?
think Angel did wrong by
Angel
Caitlin?
is doing her thing. She's just as powerful and good as Miss Caitlin Clark. Don't get it twisted.
I wonder if they said, doggone it, they done selected her as captain and they gonna draft us.
I don't think that that's that.
They gonna pick their team.
Yes, go ahead, Miss.
They said all-star player grab their style with a pool of 8 starters and 12 reserves. The remaining 8 starters selected by fan votes, 50% current WNBA players, 25% media members, 25% will be announced on Monday, June the 30th, while the all-star reserve will be selected by the lead head coach on July the 6th.
Yes,
that's right.
Yes.
Caitlin Clark, all-star captain, her and Collar.
Well, that is marvelous. It says the WNBA All-Star Game Draft will be broadcast on WNBA Countdown, presented by Google on July the 8th.
That's right.
The Fever shared a social media video of WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert announcing the news to Clark and the Fever. Caitlin says, I just want to personally congratulate you.
Why you gotta say it like that?
She says, on being named captain, she told Caitlin, on being named captain for 2025 WNBA All-Star Team.
And Engelbert said over the phone, which was held by the Fevers head coach Stephanie White, Clark teammates cheered and applauded.
Yes. I think these young ladies are really excited about what's going on now. Remember, these young ladies just came from college, the college scene.
Right.
And now you're seeing them. They are making strides. They're doing great. And, your gift will make room for you. That's why I'm not worried about her or Angela or any of them. These champions are there. They've already made the impact.
That's right.
And they continue to grow and succeed.
Just a little bit about Collar had led the Lynx to a league best 13-2 record while averaging a league highest 24.5 points per game and 8.4 rebounds and the 4th highest in the league.
Absolutely.
Clark and Collar faced off against each other on others in 2024, the WNBA All-Star Game, while Clark and the teammate WNBA handled the U.S. women's national team a loss before they went to 2024 Paris Olympics and won another gold medal. Carla was held scoreless in the 3 minutes of the work-off and the bench for the team USA, while Clark had 4 points.
Yes.
2.9 field goals.
2 of 9,
and
yes.
10 assistants in 26 minutes of work.
That is absolutely marvelous. Congratulations, lady, and both ladies. And I tell you what, Miss E, before we go to the numbers and the games for this week for our WNBA, tell us about, you have somebody in your family that's out there getting ready to go to another level. Tell us about your granddaughter.
Listen to me, ladies and gentlemen. I am so proud to give this great information. My 16-year-old granddaughter, Raven Everette.
Yes.
Raven Everette is now going to the Olympics. Yeah, she was at Olympics tryout. Yes. 16 years old, playing volleyball. Her last game will be the end of July to determine whether or not she made the U.S. Olympics volleyball team.
Yes, so exciting. And they're winning. They're doing well.
They're winning and knocking down everything that comes her way. She's a 6'2", young 6'2". She's that tall. 6'2", and she's only 16 years old. So congratulations to her mama, Prenta Everette. That's my oldest girl.
Yes.
And to my granddaughter of 19. I got 19 grandchildren. So she's number 13. And so with number 13, guess what? She's on her way to the Olympics.
That is absolutely marvelous. Congratulations. Look, we look to see her there. Miss E, you got to go to the Olympics.
I'm going. So you might as well say, I'll be going live from the Olympics when she make it and give me my ticket, airplane ticket. Yes. She said to me the other day, she said, Grandpa, I said, yeah. No, she says this. Kiki says this way, but Raven said, Granddaddy, listen, I got you. Get your bags packed, and I got your ticket and everything. You going to the Olympics.
That is marvelous. I tell you what, we look forward to that. We look forward to the team winning, Mr. E, and going over to the Olympics.
Thank you so much.
In the meantime, WNBA, we got the scoreboard. Mr. E, what's going on? We got some great games that's been happening.
That's right. On Sunday, we had some scores that goes around the Liberty versus, the Skies versus the Sparks.
Yes.
And the score was 92-85. You don't see no big 100 and all that on the ladies. The ladies can't hit that many points.
Mr. E, they don't give them that much time now. Come on now. Tell the truth and shame the devil. You got a certain amount of time for the women when they play. It's different than men. Okay.
And then the Aces plays against the Mercuries, and the score was 84-81. And then the final was the Suns played against the Link. Now that was a good game, 102-63. And then the Storms played against Wildcat, 84-57.
Yes.
Now, when you look at the WNBA, you looking at women playing basketball. Now, don't forget that the NFL gonna have some here it says WNFL football team. There's some women out there that's really playing football.
Professional football.
That's right.
And we've covered them. We've had a special guest to talk about how they are out there, how they market, and what they need to actually bring the boys to beyond.
That's right, Miss Hinton. And so that we got both genders out there balling like crazy. We got the men and the females out there.
That's why I recommend you all go check out the WNBA games now. These games are fire. They're not sloppy and loose and just playing any kind of way. These are professionals, and they are showing it. Rewinding back to Angela Reese and Caitlin and many others, really put the WNBA on the map. They're bringing the money to the table.
That's right. That's right.
So many more fans, and that's what they needed. And we're looking for the WNFL to do the same thing. We need some folk that can really bring the boys and girls to the yard, the fans and the money, so they can really make that impact like any other sport.
And not only that, they bring the board to the yard, but they got great endorsements.
Absolutely.
I mean, everybody picking up from Wheaties to ESPN, from
Yes.
Dick's Sporting Goods stores. They're picking these WNBA players up like crazy.
Absolutely.
So now when you got the endorsements and the stadiums are packing out.
Mhm.
Folks are coming to the WNBA games like it was nothing, packed like the men would play. So they're packing those stadiums out like crazy.
Now, what can we expect? We got some games coming up, Mr. E.
Well, Indiana, starting Tuesday, July the 1st, Indiana plays against the Minnesota. That's at 8 o'clock on Prime Video. And then on July the 3rd, you got Las Vegas playing against Indiana. You got Los Angeles playing against the New York. Then you got Seattle playing against Atlanta. And you got Phoenix playing against Dallas. And Washington playing against the Minnesota. That's July the 3rd on Thursday, just before the 4th of July. And then July the 5th, you got Los Angeles playing against Indiana and the Golden State playing against Minnesota.
Wow.
That's the WNBA ladies basketball schedule.
You all check it out. It's fire.
That's
In the
right.
meantime, Mr. E, are you getting ready for some football? I know you all may say, well, wait a minute, it's a little bit too early. No, it's not, because guess what? They're out there training.
That's right. They're at minicaps right now training for their next, trying to get on board. Well, there's some talk on the town. There's some talk around town, Miss Hinton, and the talk is, can the Eastern Division, can the Eagles pull the Eastern Division back again? Can they be the winner?
Can they?
No.
Oh, Mr. E, see, Mr. E, Mr. E, why would you say that to champions?
Well, the thing about it, there
Who
was two.
won that?
Philadelphia Eagles won.
That word up.
And then the
NFL,
second place in that division, it was the Philadelphia Eagles. Then it was the Commanders.
But you want to know who can do it again?
Can they do it again? Can the Eagles do it again? Or can the Cowboys come up and bounce them all out?
Oh, Lord, have mercy.
You got a cold?
The C word.
You got a cold?
Mr. E, you said the C word.
That's
Who was that?
That's the Dallas Cowboys. See, in that division, there's only 4 teams. That's the Eagles, that's the Commanders, that's the Cowboys, and the New York Giants. So now here's what they're looking at. And I want everybody to understand that that's the East Coast, and you're taking a team all the way from Dallas to come, because the only airplane they see is when the Cowboys come to town.
Don't say it, Yolanda. Go ahead, Mr. E.
And so the Philadelphia Eagles, the Commanders, and the New York Giants, and the Dallas Cowboys are in the Eastern Virginia, in the division. And so since they're in the Eastern division, then they're wondering who's who, because for years the Cowboys been knocking them down.
Well, Mr. E, since the Philadelphia Eagles are in your division, you have to give them props.
We're going to give them props. I'm so glad that our division, and they won the Super Bowl too. So I'm so proud of the Philadelphia Eagles and the Commanders, for the challenge that they've given us, for us to step up to the plate. Because when you look at it, that every team in the NFL and every team in the AFL want a piece of the Cowboys. That's why the Cowboys...
I'm laughing. I'm like, where the Cowboys, Mr. E?
I'm ready for
everybody want a piece of the Cowboys.
Because we are the stars. We make the team. I'm ready for some football. That's what I'm ready for. And I know a whole lot of people that out there. I went to Wakeman's over the weekend, and there was a man sitting out there. I want to say hello to him also. There was a man sitting out there in front of Whitman with 2 hats on. He couldn't even make couldn't even make a choice. He said he had a Philadelphia Eagle hat on, and then he would switch it every now and then and put a Commander hat on. But what he told me?
What?
He said, I'm really a Cowboy fan.
Oh, Lord, I can't tell. He can't switch a Rooney now. He got it. He two-faced it.
That's right. I said, either you're going to ride or die. I said, you ought to take those 2 hats, but and throw them in the trash can and pull out the real hat.
Well, I'm gonna ask this question. I know it's gonna make Mr. E, really talkative. But what are your hopes? The Cowboys, they come through when they first start off. Now we give them their props. They fire. I don't know what happens. I think, like you said, you got Philadelphia, you got the Commanders, and the Commanders won't no joke last season now. So, what are your hopes for the Cowboys this year?
Well, let's start with Dak Prescott. Let's start with the observation. When you look at the Cowboys signing him as extension through 2028 in September, that made him the highest paid quarterback in the game.
Wow.
There's not any escape until maybe after 2027 season. But the contract will be something Prescott will have to measure up to in 2025. He's turned 32 years old in July, and the past 5 seasons he has missed time with an ankle, thumb, calf, and hamstring injury. So guess what? He done had all those injuries, and now he's got to come up to snuff. Because guess what? Being the highest paid quarterback, they got a little slogan that folks said, the same folks you see going up.
That's nice. This may be his year to really, come through.
He gonna come through because
less injuries, hopefully.
That's right, and then he needs to have a Super Bowl. Now, the talk of the town is, and I was booing that, because I had written a letter to Jerry Jones, and I said, Jerry, you cannot be serious. He let one of the other quarterback that used to play for the Cowboys want to be the head coach. I said, no way.
Well, let's talk about CeeDee Lamb.
Well, CeeDee Lamb is a great player also. Now, he's got some competition that's on the opposite side of the team. With CeeDee Lamb, he wants you to throw the ball to him every chance you get. Every
One-man show.
One-man show. But, but he wants you to throw that ball to him every time you turn around. CeeDee, have several seats. Let's share. You're not the only person out there playing football. When Dak has to do a checkoff, there's a 5-point checkoff that Dak has to do. Yeah. He has to look to the left. He has to look to the middle. He has to look to the center. He has to look to the right, and he had to look to the far right. That's his checkoff when he's checking off to see who to pass the ball to. Yeah. Now, CeeDee Lamb, you can't be at all 5 points at one time.
Absolutely.
So you got to have several seats, and let's play some good football.
Absolutely. Now, your division, let's talk about them in particular. You got the Eagles, you have the Giants, the Cowboys. Who else, Mr.
And the Philadelphia and the Commanders.
And the Commanders.
Yes.
The Commanders now, let's talk about them. I know that's not the favorite one that you don't even like talking about them, but let's talk about them for a minute. They really were fire on last season. What do you think about this season? How are they preparing? They already getting geared up and ready to go?
I think that the Commanders are one and done.
What you mean one and done? I just told you. They did good last season.
They won and done. It's just like a songwriter, Miss Hinton. You've seen a lot of people that are
one hit
wonders. Right, it's just like singers. Sometimes they got one hit under their belt, and that's the ball game. Now, here's what's going to happen.
This is your division now.
This is my division. So that's why I say the Cowboys going to be on top. Jalen, good. I'm proud of you. And then you got one of the greatest running back there is out there playing football. And so my hat's off to him. So now guess what? The real rightful owner this year in 2025 will be taking their rightful owner's place.
Look, I can see if you was talking about the Giants bad. They didn't do too good.
They was wrestling.
What happened? Let's talk about them a little bit.
They was wrestling for the bottom of the totem pole. They
gonna come through this year.
They got rid of Saquon Barkley. That was just the best, only man they had on their squad that would pull them through. Now here's the thing. Now they're going down the drain.
Why?
Now guess who their quarterback gonna be?
Who?
I'll give you 1 second.
I want to know.
Russell.
All right now. See, you got to give these folks their props. Now, you know,
Russell Wilson
got it going on too sometimes. I'm
Russell
going to give
Wilson.
Russell props. You know, he didn't make it there by just a favor. He was there because of talent.
Russell
Listen,
Wilson.
you know this.
Russell Wilson go down the drain.
Russell, keep going. All
From
you
Pittsburgh
all,
Steelers.
we're going to be looking forward to the NFL, and we're going to be doing, the pre-training and stuff, some college things, Mike Vick, all of them for NSU and everybody. But continue to look at WNBA because we're going to be looking closely at those games. Look, have a wonderful, wonderful day. Don't forget to check FYI After Dark at 6 p.m. on all social media platforms. Be blessed. We'll see you on Wednesday.
And have a safe 4th of July too, right?
That part.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, Lady Hinton. I'm Everette, the co-host. For more information about FYI, and if you'd like to be a special guest or sponsor or intern, or you'd like to sit in the audience, all you have to do is give us a call at 757-714-7861. Or you can email us. You send us your email. We email you back on the date that we want you to be a part of our audience, and to FYI Radio Show live at gmail.com. Don't forget to have a wonderful, 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 wonderful hot Monday, okay? And be safe for the 4th of July. Bye now.
All right. It's Monday Sports Talk. We're going to announce whether we're going to be live today or how we're going to do it. If we come live, we got to do around the town or something special. But we may also just upload this as a replay. We'll let you know. And we want you to keep watching. Wednesday, we are going to do what's under the hat, men's issues. I've been enjoying those segments and summer fun. Also, we won't look. 4th of July won't be here, but you all make sure you enjoy. I'm going to upload a
4th of July,
which called replay for you all. But make sure you all enjoy the 4th of July. It's on the weekend, Mr.
That's right.
E.
It started Friday.
Absolutely.
Don't forget to think about safety while you're out there. It's on the weekend.
Goodness, yes.
Don't drive and drink. Don't drive and drink. Make sure you take all the safety precautions there is. It's on the weekend. That's Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Yes. And guess what? You can party like rock stars.
Absolutely. Don't forget the travel tips and things, vacation tips, and it's going to be a lot of folk traveling during that time. So you all got to keep so many things. We made Wednesday come and just reiterate some things that we talked about with travel safety, vacation safety, summer safety, and things like that. But don't forget FYI After Dark. Don't forget our Hot Topic segment coming up, Relationships 2025. Of course, we have to revisit our cryptocurrency with Jason L. Baker. Also, Michael Marshall and them, they will get a date soon to come back and talk about this fentanyl crisis. What's under the hat, of course, Fun Friday, Women's Issue. If you all have any suggestions for topics, anything you feel like we haven't covered throughout the years, please DM us or email us. Mr. E will give you that information in a minute. Look, don't forget our Monday Sports Talk will be on fire always. Follow us on social media, and you can also be a special guest, intern, or sponsor with FYI Radio Show.
And if you'd like to be a special guest, intern, or sponsor, like Miss Hinton say, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page, or you can give us a call at 757-714-7861, or you can email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com. Again, that's FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com.
Also, we want to say thank you, Sheila Robb. And she said congratulations to your granddaughter, Mr. E. And all you all that are on Instagram, we tried to pull you in, but hey, we're going to try again. Keep trying. You know, Instagram have a little issues and problems. So if you don't get on, it's them. But anyway, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for your support. Be blessed and have a wonderful, wonderful day.
That's right. Don't forget to stay cool, stay warm, stay cool. Make sure you go around and see Granny and then to make sure that they are okay. Do like some of the folks are doing. putting socks on your dog. Put some socks on your dog's paw because they're human too. All right, thank you.
They're human. Okay, bye.
They are, according to some people.